it in the middle. It's Hall. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on third down. Instead, they're staring at fourth.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him, and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the fourth down.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Using his legs, it's Haynes. And a short gain on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the first. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. Throwing right. It's caught downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who could make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Got a man. It's McCulley. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down.
Right. Second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Give to the running back. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Now adjusting. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the back. He's dragged down to the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Punts it out of the air. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Off the play fake on first down. Good throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Inside the 30. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
Well, the free safety's just sitting back there deep in cover 3. He's got zone. He's got middle field responsibility. Just watching the quarterback's eyes. He reads the throw, breaks on it. That's just too easy for him.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
And the Wolverines line it up with a first and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now it's second and goal. To the air, it's Underwood. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing it, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Catch in the middle. It's Hall. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. Wants to go up top on first down. On the move and looking deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. To the air. It's Hills. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Going to swing it on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Finds his tight end. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
You got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
He'll throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's Humphrey. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Great job by the quarterback there, knowing where his answer is against the blitz. He finds his dump-off throw to the running back, and he does the rest, picking up the first.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Headed to the end zone. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. And the Lobos want to pick up the tempo. On third and goal, they'll throw it. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Here comes the field goal unit. It's good.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside the 15, here's the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. He's going to throw deep right side. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. He's not afraid to go deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Ann Arbor. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the big house.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. Get our confidence going. We just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Lobos will hustle to the line. Tries to do it himself on the draw. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They bring the punter onto the field now. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on 2nd down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Wolverine. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll go to the ground. The tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks. They keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
Off the play fake. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. They'll leave it with him. Plows through the defense. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Under fire. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The play action fake. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Still on his feet at the 45. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the 1st down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that 1st.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Shakes off the defender.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Looking to scramble. Quarterback gets the 1st down. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get 1st downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. He's piled up 82 yards rushing, and he's making his presence felt in this 1st game. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And the Wolverines are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Back's going for the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add their total.
Game one, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see what the Lobos offense is dialing. Time. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Running back searching for a hole. This offense has been suffocated by a sea of maize and blue, reminiscent of what the national champion Wolverine D did in '97, holding their opponents to single digits.
And it's at every level. I mean, just a great job being physical up front, locking down in the secondary. Michigan defenses are always on point. They don't give up silly, stupid plays. They just don't do that.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Steps away to find some room. Oh, he's got a chance. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49. The Wolverines in a good spot here with second and short. They'll run play action. Buys a little extra time. Grab near the marker. It's Haynes. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Sends it downfield. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
Here's the pressure. Quarterback gets the first down and more. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on second and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he added the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. With the clock running, this should be the final play. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in the fourth quarter. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation.